Hello everyone. I'm not going to complain and say that it's warm because we know it's warm. It's lovely. Oh, just going to get a few bits out that I might need while we're waiting for you to join. Put that over there. And I'm just going to push myself back a little bit. Here we go. Now, every time I come up here, I forget something. I was going to bring my iPad. But let's see if I get any comments up. I'm not sure that I'm going to. I can see that there's people starting to join, but nothing's coming up, which is the story of my life. So I might have to go and get my iPad. I'm hoping Paul's listening. I'm going to pick it up from the bottom of the stairs. Paul, please. I've got to do it quietly because the dog's downstairs and I don't want him barking. So I will be back in 1 minute. I'm back. So sorry. Right. I should be able to. That's good. Right, I'm going to stand that up there. Here we go. So, hello to everyone that's joining. Thank you. Sorry for that little bit where I disappeared, but I need to see what you're saying. So, today is all about... Just getting my breath back. You see, it seems I shouldn't, it just feels weird to do it, but it's Winter Wonderland Christmas collection. This has been so popular. I've got a little bit of, there you go, turn that down. I cannot begin to tell you how popular this has been. Our stock is loaded on the website. It launches tomorrow, so obviously the parcels aren't going to leave us till tomorrow. What we've got is what we've got. We've put some bundles together and they're separate items. So I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to show you what we've got, give you some tips and ideas, and yeah, maybe we'll probably make something as well. Of course we will. So I'm going to flip the camera. Might be able to, and I get you a really good view so that you can see all of the elements. So I am actually, I'm going to try and do it in an order so that I don't forget anything. So first up, there are 3 die sets. So first of all, this one, let me put my glasses on so I can see what it's actually called. This one is just called Branches. You've got 6 dies in this set. It's an A7 in size. Yours doesn't come with a magnetic sheet on there. I put that on there so that I can see what it's called for demonstrating purposes. But really nice. I love the arcs on them. That makes it so easy to build up a really nice wreath card. So if I bring this one in for you, you can see all of them lovely branches. I've just used some acrylic markers on there just to put little blueberries on there. And some elements from the die cut pad, which will be coming up in a minute. But look at the papers in the background as well. They're gorgeous. So that's the first die set. And then we have got these snowflakes. So 4 dies in this set. I'm going to try and keep that there. Really nice, cutting them out in lots of, maybe you've got glitter card, mirror card, all of your coloured card stock as well. Just really nice sizes. Again, it's an A7 set. And I've doubled up on here, look. So we've got a blue one in the background and then the white one on there, coupled up with some of the papers from one of the pads that we're coming up to. But really nice because you get pattern papers in there and plain as well. So that's just a nice little gift to hold a little bottle of wine, which is empty. I have drank that already. And then this one. Now, I do believe this one is what, obviously we've got some in stock, but once they've gone, I know that we can't get any more because they were out of stock on the supplier's website. This is called your window folding card. So if I take the largest one, like so, this one cuts your gatefold card blank. And then you've got a number of different mats and layers that you can use. So this is separate, so you can just do like a mat and layer on each one if you want and keep them plain. Or you've got this fabulous window die. This on its own would cut straight into the card if you wanted to do that. Or if you set it within here, then you're going to get a nice little border. If I bring this in, this is just like a concept that I did so you can see all of the different mats and layers. And then if you keep this plain, don't cut into it and just put those two dies together, it gives you this black piece. But then maybe you want to do that and cut into the card to make windows. The choice is yours. I love this die. It's definitely not just for Christmas. Beautiful all year round, whether you're doing floral elements on it, bride and groom. I just think it's got so much scope. So I really like that one. So we've got bundles available with everything in. And then we've also got these available separately. So that is your, in fact, while I'm there, here's the die cut versions in white so you can see them really clearly. So that's your 3 die sets. Keep them over there. Right, and then moving on, we have got a gorgeous array of stamp sets. So first up, we have got the landscape. This is so handy. I love this snow going across the top there. And then you've got two, there could be hills, mountains, there could be icicles, there could be dripping snow, whatever you want. A really nice kind of background setting for the other stamped elements that are coming along. So that one is called Landscape, and that is an A6 set. And then we have, oh, let's just show you. I've just stamped them out solid so that you could see. But if, say you put that down as a base, but then you use your snow effect on there, you could create some fabulous texture as well. So that's that one. And then this one here, this is called Magical Sky. I love the swirl element in there. All of those tiny little snowflakes, just beautiful. Here is one stamped out just in black. But if you can imagine getting your embossing powder out, heat embossing it in white maybe, and then doing a really fabulous inky sky kind of background, that would look amazing. So that's your second A6 set. And then we have 4 A7 stamp sets. So first up, we have our pine trees. And I'm just going to bring that in there. The detail on the ends of these trees is gorgeous. So whether you're stamping them black for silhouette, maybe you're doing them in greens and real nice pine colours and then adding snow. Trees are so handy. It's lovely to make your own kind of scenescape and then add these in. So that is your trees. Then we have got branches, which is this one again on an A7. Lovely berry branch. You've got nice pines and then those beautiful berries. I've just looked at, you can see my legs. It's really nice and warm, isn't it? Then we have got a Santa and reindeer. You need a Santa and reindeer to go through the sky. You've got a couple of deer there and this lovely little parcel as well. So that is that set for you. And don't forget, if you've got any questions I think Paul's watching downstairs, but I can see them because it's on the iPad in front of me. So I'll try and answer whatever questions. The only thing I don't know is the single prices. I know that we've got a bundle deal on, which I'll tell you the price in a minute when I've gone through it all. So we've got snowflakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 snowflakes there. And they're going to mix and match in with the dies as well. So that's that one. So they are all the stamps. I'm going to move those to the side. And then we've got a snowflake mask. This is an A6 in size. 10.5 centimetres by 14.8 centimetres. Really nice for putting texture paste through or just ink, just to create some really stunning backgrounds. This is it just inked through. But you can, of course, ink this. We'll do some. That's what we'll do. So that's your stencil. And then there is a beautiful pack of acetate. So there's 6 sheets in here in total. And if I grab a piece of black card, you have got 2 sheets of this one. So it could be this, probably be better that way because it's like the snow falling. So 2 of them. And then 2 of this one. Look at the little rabbits. That could be scored in half and just be a little A6 card because you would see. And then you could have your pattern papers. That's nice. And then you also get 2 of this one. Now, with it being printed acetate, of course, you should be able to go on the back of here with your acrylic markers. That would look fabulous. Your snow effect. I believe we do have snow effect on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is snow effect. And pull that out. This is it just rubbed out. And if I bring that up close, can you see the kind of grit effect that you get in there? And that's applied with my finger. This is just dotted straight from the tube, and then I've just done a line, but it's very dimensional and really nice. And this shiny area on this side, that's glossy effect, and I do like to just apply that down. It comes out milky, and just rub over with you could do it with a paintbrush, so long as you wash it straight away, or your finger, or you can just do it from the bottle, and the glossy effects looks like this. Okay, so that's those ones. We've done the acetate. Let's get rid of them. Now we are on to the paper pads. So first up, we've got this one. This is your card making pad. So in here, you've got everything you need to make 12 beautiful Christmas cards. It's all die cut. I'm just going to flip that over there. So this page here, there's your card design. All of your elements pop out, but of course, there is lots of extra elements in there so that you can have a go on maybe something that you've got in your stash, or maybe with one of the other paper pads as well. But I love the little sentiments on this one, on little log slices. There's some beautiful designs and everything that you need to complete some beautiful cards. You've got little dogs on there, you've got owls, you've got the fabulous little Herbie cards. I haven't got all the designs in here because I have got some samples made with them. So I will go through my little pile of samples with you as well. This one's been made. And then we've got that gorgeous tree one as well. So that's first up is your card making pad. Then we have got the designer paper pad. Now this is A4. It has got 36 sheets and you've got 12 designs. So 3 of each design. I'm just going to flick through. You've got some on the plainer side, but they've got the detail in the background. You've got greens and navies, beautiful snowflakes in the background. This is going to coordinate in with this pad perfectly, meaning you can extend them designs, pop them onto bigger cards if you wanted to. Or maybe use the layout designs from the card making pad and make your own on here using all of those extra elements that you get. Some beautiful designs. Love them. So that is your A4 Winter Wonderland pad. And then we have got the die cut pad. So this one has got 20 sheets in it, 10 designs, 2 of each. All of these elements just simply pop out. You can add ink to them, your snow effect, glossy effect, whatever you fancy. But you've got everything from robins to stags and deers. You've got trees and snowflakes. These have got some pieces missing because obviously this is my demo pad. You've got your little log cabins. These are lovely, lovely colours, and you've got some really nice sentiments in there as well. So that is your die cut pad. There's probably some, yeah, lots and lots of messages as well. And then, again, to extend them paper pads further, you're going to get these two. So these are Winter Wonderland. It's called the same name, but this one is, these are your Unicolor and pattern ones. So in here, this is packed with all of the coordinating colours for the range to allow you to mat and layer all of your projects effortlessly without searching for that perfect colour that's going to match. So that is your plain pad, and this one is your patterned. It's plain on the back, patterned on the one side. You've got trees and pine cones and snowflakes and snow, branches. Just a beautiful pad. So everything I've showed you up to now is what's in our bundle. And that bundle price is $99.99. So you will get them 2 pads. You will get this one. You will get this one. You will get this one. You will get your acetate and your mask and your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stamp sets and your 1, 2, 3 dies. That is our bundle deal at $99.99. Everything is on there separately as well, of course, for you to dib in as you please. And I'm just going to show you a couple more products. These really, I mean, these are all year round for me. They are your designer paper pads, photorealistic and watercolour. And they're A5 in size. And inside you've got the most beautiful background textures. You've got your wood grains. I believe you're getting 3 of each design. Look at that. You've got those beautiful planks in there. This one reminds me of like a log cabin, that one. This one you might have recognised from the background in this card. So you can see it really works in well with Winter Wonderland. But of course it's going to work with lots of your other projects that you're going to do. You've got just a simple brick wall. That would look gorgeous with a nice tree down, maybe a big wreath on there. You've got this lovely stone wall. And then this one's got your deeper kind of pinky red tones in with bits of green, so little bits of moss growing. And then this beautiful grey brick. So that is the watercolour effect. And this one is the photorealistic. So these designs are a little bit smaller, but really, I love that. Like a crazy paving. The little bricks. And that was the other piece of paper that I used on here. I love that. It's almost, there's a word, but my mind has gone blank. Shaker style, maybe? So they are the last 2 new items we have. Right, so we've seen this sample. This one is one of those sheets of acetate. And I just stuck it on the back and scored it at 15 and then just used a piece of pattern paper to hide the acetate. You don't need a lot else on there. I've put a few die cuts inside, and that is a really simple card there. Then this one, we've got a nice inky background, but it's a pickup off the stencil, and then we've got those beautiful snowflakes on there. I can't believe we're doing this on the hottest day of the year so far. Look at that beautiful swirl in the background, and I've layered up maybe 3 different snowflakes in there with one of the gorgeous little sentiments. This is a beautiful, the window card, but it's just so nice to have all of them layers. This is cut from the A4 paper pad. That's what my demo was meant to look like on Hobby Maker, but my card moved, so I had to cut another card blank, and I decided not to go through windows, but that absolutely, I could have put the pattern paper behind there, and that would have looked gorgeous too. If you want more inspiration, do join Studio Light Creative. Oh God, I've forgotten what it's called again. Creative. If you type in Studio Light Creative, it will come up on Facebook. There's lots of different inspiration on there as well. This one, this one's using the stamps in some beautiful sepia kind of tones, salvage patina, broken china, walnut stain, and then I've got the snow from that landscape as well on there. Just really effective, something different. Now, this is from the landscape set. We've got the 2 size hills, and then we've also got the snow, but then I put some of that magical swirl in there as well. But then you've got your sleigh and your 2 little deers and foliage. So it's got quite a lot on that one, but simple, quick and effective to make. Again, this one has got some of the stencil in the background, some simple die cuts from the pad, and messages from the pad as well. And then I'm looking on there. That's it. This one is some of the stencil and some of the stamps with those snowflakes on. Now, there's 2 of these just because I demoed one. Them lovely trees. A bit of snow effects at the bottom there. Simple inky background. Really nice. This one's got that lovely stencil on. I don't know if you can see that sparkling. I put texture paste through. And then sprinkled some glitter on, which gave a really nice effect in the background. And these are the die cuts from the paper pad. And then these last few samples that I've got, these ones are from the card making pad. So that is simply, I've done nothing else but pop it out of the page and stick it onto a card. And of course, you will always get choices of what sentiments you want to put on there. This is another one. This is so that's a 6x6 card. This one's an A6. So I've done it onto a craft one. But then the little panel that was at the top showing me the layout, I stuck that onto a little piece of craft card, and I'm going to punch it, and that can be a little gift tag. And I just popped one of the extra sentiments on there, so that's a good use for them. And then this one is the little, this is popped out from the card making pad, but it's a version of the window card. And then this one, I'm just going to bring this pad in just to give you an idea. This is from the card making pad, but look how nice it works in with these lovely backgrounds. I haven't quite finished that card yet. It needs to go onto a card blank, but I might extend it and make it an A5 card. So that is all of my samples to show you. I've showed you all of the products. It's all live on the website, and Paul will work his way through and get those all orders sent out tomorrow, which is launch day. So first of all, what shall we play with? There was a few little things that I thought, I need to show you a few techniques. So it might be a case that we don't make an actual finished card, but it's nice sometimes to see techniques. So I'm just going to grab this platform because it's to hand. And just in case you didn't see my shows on the telly, I'm going to give you some tips. So with this little hill, just say I'm going to pop this down on here. Just pick that up. Yes, my stamp's dirty, look at that. I'm going to just use some ink. Grab myself a blending tool. Now what I did was I just popped the ink on the top edge, and then I used my blender to pound that across so that I just got the impression from the top of the stamp. And obviously you need to have a clean stamp to start with. I know mine is a little bit dirty. So that gives me this kind of effect here. Now, because I am using the water-based inks, I could then go in with a water brush and move or add. I'm just adding a little bit of water in there. I'm not on my media artist card. I'm just onto a softer, just a white card. So I'm just going to add in. I could then add in a little bit more, but the great thing is that I've got that edge from the landscape. So I've just popped that on, and then if I take that one off and bring this one on, and I can do the same again. It's a bit dirty, but it's fine. What I don't want, for this particular card, I don't want to get the drippy bits at the bottom. So again, just pounce that across. And pop that down. So I'm just going to lower that down a little bit so you can see. And just going to add in a little bit of ink. It is a little bit. Just so that we've got. There we go. Are we all okay? Because there's nothing. I can see the comments from earlier, but nothing else. But I can see that I've still got people watching, so I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. Because I put myself on Do Not Disturb, maybe that's why. Maybe that is why. So that is how I would use those bits at the bottom for creating a scene. But then this piece, if I just go, I'm going to go about there. Bearing in mind, I haven't even decided what size card this is going on. But just to make a simple, I wonder if I can find the circle that I die cut. I can see one. Here we go. So let's use, before we stamp this down, start on there, and I'm just going to ink this around. It has moved a bit, but then let's take it out of there. That's fine. So I can rotate it. You can do this with the sponge, or if you feel more comfortable with a brush. This wasn't actually meant to be anything. I was just showing you how to do them. But it just shows you how easy it is to build. Just pull that ink over. Just get like a rough background, because I'm going to chop this down. There we go. Okay, so we've got a bit of sky going in. We can mix the blues up as well. They haven't just got to stay like this. And then I'm going to pop in some snow. Snowy kind of effect, just coming down. So that is from the landscape set. Put those two back. And then let's have a little look at our tree. We'll have to have a Santa in the sky. Like so. Now, what ink have I got to hand? Have I got any? Beautiful. So let's have this time. Yeah, we'll have this one here and this one up here. I might as well print them together. Do. And then I know I've already stamped that, but maybe if I wanted a tree behind there, but in a softer, I would normally do the tree first, but let's go and get a bit of colour in this as well. So in the same way, if you wanted to add any shading on your trees, you would just use the black, have a little look, so it's this side, add the ink down, and then use the blender. Whoopsie, there's a camera there. You see, so you get that nice little bit of shading down the side there. And then maybe, let's just pop a little. It's got to still be behind the deer. I always work backwards, me. And that's why it's a good thing to use water-based inks for the trees. If I'd have been doing this with oxides, it would mark all of my black stamping because of the pigment in there. Okay, right, so we've got a couple of trees there. I'm gonna use the big one on here. It just shows you how all of these stamps work so nicely together. It's just a nice little bundle. Let's take that one off, don't need it anymore. Put this one on. And then just check. This side, I'm going to do this. Is that all I'm doing is just trying to soften that edge so that it's more, there we go, just brings it in a bit. And then what you can do is go in and add in a little bit of shadowing. So I'll put a bit of black down there. Just a tiny bit. And you can always add to it, but we just want a little bit of shadow. Around the bottom there. Maybe a bit dark under that tree. I've got to chop that up anyway, so that's fine. And then to finish that off, I would probably just put a little bit of foliage. I don't know if I've gone up high enough. We'll see when I get my trimmer on it. That just goes to show you I wasn't going to make the card, but once you start stamping with them, it's hard not to create the card. Right, so that's that one. Let's have a little look at the little foliage, because this is gorgeous too. Now for this one, what I will do is just pop this on a block. I'm going to take this away and bring my trimmer in. Oh, you know what we could do? You see, I've just decided. For something that wasn't going to be anything, has all of a sudden turned into something that absolutely is. So now, I know I've got that there, but I maybe could use that for a side panel. I'm going to use this die and pick out. Maybe I'll go on for the bigger one. Let's see, would that work? Maybe I'll just have one layer. Yes. So you see I've got a line going across there. I need to extend that out first so that it looks like it's all meant to be and it's part of the sky. So I'm going to bring that stamp back in, ink up, and just add in a bit of random. There we go. So now you can't see. I could also add a little bit of ink below, but I can't do that because that will be wet. So let's get this lined up. It's a shame to knock him off. But like I say, half the time I do work backwards. Right, there we go. Let's get that stuck down into place. I've got some tape up there. There we go. Right then, pop that one. And then I'll whiz that through. And then I'll make a quick little card blank for that to go on. And just hopefully I'll have enough room to add a little bit of foliage. There we go. And I feel like I just want to give this a little kiss around the edge with the ink that's left on this pad. How am I doing? Okay. There we go. Now, where's that piece of card from? There's nothing stopping me from stamping something else there, but maybe I'll just leave it for now. Let's get the card blank. And choose. We'll go into that unicolor pad because there's some really nice colours. I think we'll go that one. I think it will look nice in blue. So start off tidy, then it goes to pop. I'm sure we all do it. So pop that down. Now this is exactly to size. So if I butt that up, you'll see a cutting edge there, there and there. And that is fine. What I'm looking for is that tape I just pulled off. This bit will be fine. There we go. And I will cut that. And then what I can do is show you properly how to, I'll redeem myself because the die moved in my demo. Right, so there is our nice card blank. It's scored, so you just need to give that a squeeze and get the perfect little gatefold. Use my little doofer. Inside we've got a bit of tape. This will go in here, or I could have cut that black and cut that down and layered that on. That would have looked nice too, but it's cool. So for our windows, if we want to cut through them, if we get this piece and this piece, and I found my bit of tape. Okay. So position and try and get a nice equal border. Like so. And then this is where I went terribly wrong. I'm going to go like that. Just hope that it doesn't move. Cut that through. And this is where the dies will come in handy as well. All of those gorgeous foliages, you can die cut those. Look at that, that's perfect. And then you'll be able to see that beautiful scene peeking through the window. And if you wanted to add a little bit of stability, because that's only 170 GSM, what you can do is take that bit, and this time it doesn't matter about getting it in a get off. That's it. Right, so if I lay those down, and then you get these stitched ones and lay those over the top. Again, just getting yourself a nice equal border around there. You can pop that on and cut that one through. You could put acetate on the back of there as well, if you wanted to. Now, realistically, you could probably do with cutting this twice, because then you can mount the front and the inside. I'm just going to do it once, because I'm getting hotter and hotter in this room. I've had to shut the door so that the dog can't hear me. And I think I'm just going to mount this on the front. See, like so. And you could just gently offset it so that you get that blue. Yes, I'll do that. That blue shining through as well. So I like to put the glue on the back of the white. And what I will do is just pop this underneath here. And that's just to save it in case a little bit of glue. So do I want my drop shadow that way, that way, that way. Just to there. Give that a nice firm press, and then I will flip that round and do the same for this side. Okay. just like so. Okay, I'll put maybe a bit too much glue on there, but that's fine. Now I wanted to put a little bit of foliage coming down on this one, so we will have this, we'll have a little bit of green, and then I'll do a bit of black on there as well. The berries would have looked nice. There we go. That just ties that out. Do you know what? You see, I can't just stop, can I? This is looking a little bit bare, so I'm having a little bit there too. Yep, that's good. Second generation. Right. For something that wasn't going to be anything, all of a sudden I digressed, went off on a tangent, and we've got this beautiful window card. So I can add a sentiment of my choice. I can go into that little die cut pad and dress it with some of the die cut elements as well. Or just keep it quite plain, because I've concentrated on the stamp side of the collection. And there we go. Let's get that little book. We want a lovely sentiment for it. I'm going to keep this quite simple, and we're going to have see, that would look nice on there. Merry Christmas. These little tags are nice with the little with the rope on, because you can kind of stick it to one side. I've done that on one of my other ones, so I'm just going to use, I might have it in there, you know. Merry Christmas. Let's have a look. Let's go there. Yeah, I like it down there, even though I've got a black mark there. It's fine. There's and a Happy New Year. There is our Merry Christmas. And then we should have a full page of we've got some gorgeous foliage that we can put on there, or we've got the dies, or we could mix them. I'm just very conscious of how long I've kept you. Let's just put a little flurry of these down the side. If you're worried at any time, pop the card in. I am actually going to go from there. I might put some little pine cones up there as well, because we've got those in the pad. I do really love these pads because they've got everything that you need. At your fingertips, especially for when you go off on a tangent. There we go. So there's our quick, well, I say quick, our little scene inside our window. I hope you've enjoyed that. I don't know what's happened to my Facebook because it's not showing me any comments again, but it is what it is. Let's flip you around. Oh, I think I've just broke my, and you'll have to excuse me because I am a sweaty mess now. Okay, thank you for joining me. I should be back on Saturday, again, not sure of the time. I'm going to, hopefully it might be 2 o'clock on Saturday. But I do have a workshop going on in the shop till 12. So if I get tidied away in time, I'll try and do it at 2. But thank you so much for joining me in this heat. And I will catch up with you on Saturday. Enjoy the weather. Bye-bye. Oh, right.